Just a quick disclaimer before we start today's video. There were actually 5 questions I forgot to include when I was recording the video itself. So stay tuned at the very end of this video for a separate clip of me reading out the 5 questions I forgot to include when I was recording this video. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Hey, what's up everybody? This is Keaton here and welcome back to the channel, and I'm back with a brand new video for you guys. And today's video I'm bringing you guys another questions and answers video for you guys. And this is going to be my last questions and answers video for this year. And this time I have a total of 29 questions to answer this time around. So this might be a long video. So I don't really have too much else to say, but if you have any questions you'd like me to answer in the next Q&A video that'll be out next month, feel free to leave them in the comments below and I will answer them in the next questions and answers videos. So like I said, I have 29 questions to answer. So I don't really have too much else to say, so sit back, relax. Let's take a look at the questions you guys have for me. And we're going to do this all in alphabetical order by username. So let's not waste any more time and let's take a look at the questions you guys have for me. So let's do this. So these first 9 questions come from andykishore. And the first question from andykishore is, are you aware that some theatrical movies are released on Wednesday instead of Friday? I've heard some vague reasons such as how Wednesdays is not the worst business day in the week and sometimes it's to avoid weekend competition from other movies. Yeah, I'm aware of that. A lot of that usually happens around the Christmas time and around the summertime, mainly. But yeah, some movies get released on a Wednesday rather than a Friday. But yeah, that's how it works sometimes. The next one from andykishore is, do you plan on ever getting any TV show that were released on VHS officially, if you can still find them in the present day and age? I know a lot of TV shows from that era have been re-released on DVD, sometimes Blu-ray, and even streaming services. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it, but possibly if it's a show that I like, I might get it on VHS. I'm not sure though. The next one from andykishore is, have you ever tried walking both of your dogs at the same time? Not really. I'm not really the one that walks my dogs. My parents usually walk my dogs. But occasionally I come with them to walk the dogs. And yes, I do have dogs. For those wondering, I have an English bulldog and a French bulldog. For those wondering, yes, I do have 2 dogs. Anyways, continuing on. Have you actually watched any of your VHS tape movies that you've picked up recently? Yes, I have. I've watched The Crow recently and Brian's Song as of recently, and both of those were great movies. The next one from andykishore is, I'm aware of your pets, but do you happen to own a dog whistle? No, I don't own a dog whistle. Well, I don't even need one, but I don't know. I don't have a dog whistle for my dogs. Anyways. The next one from andykishore is, did you hear about the other new movie called South Park Post-COVID, The Return of COVID, that came out December 16, 2021? I'm aware of it. Haven't watched it, though. It's supposed to be like an hour-long special or something. The next one from andykishore is, are you aware of the new movie called Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City? I haven't seen it, but I am aware of it, and apparently it follows the games a lot more, as far as I know, like the first 3 games. But I haven't seen it yet. Maybe I might watch it, but I don't know. Anyways, the next one is, are you aware that there exists a browser extension that brings back the dislike count on YouTube videos? No, I didn't know there was an extension that brings that back. They should bring back the dislike count on YouTube. And the last one from andykishore is, how many PlayStation 3 controllers do you have? I have 4. I have 2 black ones, 1 blue one, and 1 red one. And those are all the questions from andykishore. And thanks a lot for all the questions, andykishore. And now let's move on to some other questions I have to answer. So let's move on. So this next question comes from Chase Shepard. And his question is, what are your thoughts on Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl? I've heard of the game, but I've never played it. It's supposed to be a game very similar to Super Smash Bros., except it's all Nickelodeon characters like SpongeBob, Patrick, Invader Zim, Ren and Stimpy, and so on. I've never played it, like I said before, but I am aware of it. Actually looks like a decent fighting game, though. That's the question from Chase Shepard, and now I'm going to move on to the other questions. And thanks for the question, Chase Shepard. Now let's move on. The next question comes from Ervin's Movie Corner, and his question is, did you hear that Top Gun Maverick will be coming out on May 27th of 2022? Yeah, I'm aware it's coming out in May of next year. I think it was supposed to come out in July, I believe. It was supposed to come out this year, but it got pushed back to 2022. And we all know it was supposed to come out in 2020, but we all know why that didn't happen. I might go see it actually when it comes out, the new Top Gun. It actually looks pretty good. So that's the question from Ervin's Movie Corner. And now we're going to move on to the other questions. And thanks for the question, Ervin's Movie Corner. So let's move on. So these next three questions all come from Maximum Geekboy. His first question is, have you ever watched Neon Genesis Evangelion? I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's an anime series, but from what I've heard, it's one of the most important anime shows of all time. No, I've never actually heard of it, but it seems like an interesting show. Maybe I'll check it out someday. Speaking of anime, I recently just started watching Attack on Titan, and I gotta tell you, that's actually a really great show. Why haven't I watched it years ago? It's a really good show. I do like Attack on Titan. And if you've seen some of my recent collection update videos, you can probably tell I've been getting into some anime lately. I haven't been too big into anime when I was younger, but I'm kind of getting into anime a lot more lately. So I guess I might check out Neon Genesis eventually. The next one from Maximum Geek Boy is, how many titles on Steelbook do you own so far? I have a total around 27 Steelbooks on Blu-ray and 2 or 3 Steelbooks on 4K. But in total, I have like 27 Steelbooks so far. And the last one from Maximum Geek Boy is, are you interested in checking out the new Spider-Man movie, No Way Home? Yeah, I'm kind of interested in checking it out. I haven't seen the last one that came out, Far From Home, or whatever that last Spider-Man movie was called. Apparently this new Spider-Man movie is apparently really good from what I'm hearing. And they bring back Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, who played Spider-Man in the... Tobey Maguire played Spider-Man in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, and Andrew Garfield played Spider-Man in The Amazing Spider-Man and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I gotta be honest, I thought both The Amazing Spider-Man movies were okay. I can definitely understand why a lot of people didn't like those two movies, but I thought those ones were okay. So yeah, I might go see No Way Home, although I'm kind of not in a big rush to seeing it. I haven't seen Far From Home yet. I should probably check that one out first before I see No Way Home. So those are all the questions from Maximum Geek Boy. And I think we have 10 more questions left, I think. And they all come from ThatMovieNerd 44. So we're going to move on to some other questions. And thanks for the question, Maximum Geek Boy. And now let's move on to the other questions I have to answer. Alright, so yes, the last 10 questions come from ThatMovieNerd 44. And the first question from ThatMovieNerd 44 is, do you think The Many Saints of New York would have worked better as a miniseries than a feature-length movie? Honestly, yes, I think The Many Saints of New York should have just been a miniseries than a 2-hour-long movie. But don't get me wrong, The Many Saints of Newark wasn't a bad movie. I actually thought the movie was pretty good, but it wasn't one of the best movies. It should have just been a miniseries. But I didn't think the movie was too bad. I know some people didn't like the movie, some people liked it, but I actually thought the movie was pretty good. I think they should if they make a sequel to it, just make it a mini series. But yeah. So anyways, the next one from That Movie Nerd 44 is, have you heard of the 1998 neo-noir sci-fi film Dark City? It's from the director of The Crow, and it's one of the major influences of the Matrix franchise. If you want to check it out, I recommend you watch the director's cut. I heard of Dark City, but I've never actually seen it. It actually looks like a pretty good movie. And I actually did watch The Crow recently, like I said before earlier in this video, a couple weeks ago, and I actually thought it was a pretty good movie. But I do want to check out Dark City at some point. It does look like a pretty good movie. And I probably will watch the director's cut version of it, probably. So, yeah. Anyways, the next one from That Movie Nerd 44 is, which upcoming movies are you looking forward to next year? So far, the only movie I'm looking forward to that's coming out next year is The Northman, which is the new Roger Eggers movie. They actually just released the trailer to it yesterday. It actually looks pretty good by the trailer. I'm actually pretty excited for it. But so far, that's the only new movie that's coming out next year I'm looking forward to. That and the new Pedro Almodovar movie, Parallel Mothers. That one actually looks pretty good too. I'm not sure when that one's supposed to be coming out. I'm also looking forward to that movie, though. But so far, the only two movies I'm looking forward to that are coming out next year are The Northman and Parallel Mothers. So, yeah. The next one from That Movie Nerd 44 is, which home video company do you prefer, Shout Factory or Kino Lorber? I'd say Shout Factory. I do like Shout Factory a little more than Kino Lorber. I only have like 2 or 3 or 4 Kino Lorber Blu-rays, like Summer Lovers, Lost Highway, and I think there's another one I have somewhere. Mo Better Blues. Those are the only ones that I have in my collection by Kino Lorber. But Kino Lorber is not a bad, but I honestly prefer Shout Factory over Kino Lorber. So, yeah. The next one from That Movie Nerd 44 is, do you know that 2 Michael Bay's movies, The Rock and Armageddon, are released on DVD by the Criterion Collection? Yes, I'm aware they have DVD releases, but I believe they're out of print, though. I think they had Laserdisc releases for both of those movies at one point. I know that Cronenberg's Crash had a Laserdisc release from Criterion back in '97 when it came out. But yeah, I know about that. The next one is, what's your favorite Pixar film? That's a tough one. My favorite Pixar movie is between Up, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3. I haven't seen Toy Story 4 yet. And I also liked Monsters, Inc. and WALL-E. WALL-E's a classic. Those are my favorite Pixar movies that I can think of. So, yeah, that's just about that question. That answers that question. The next one from That Movie Nerd 44 is, what are your favorite Christmas movies? My favorite Christmas movies consist of the first 2 Home Alone movies, Bad Santa. Bad Santa's a classic. I know some people regard this one as a sarcastically a Christmas movie, Eyes Wide Shut, but Eyes Wide Shut's a good one. Kind of a Christmas movie, but that's debatable. And those are the Christmas movies that I like. So, let's move on to the other question. There's only 3 questions left, and then we'll be done this video. So the next one from That Movie Nerd 44 is, what do you think of Steven Spielberg? Steven Spielberg's a great director, definitely one of the best directors of all time. I like his movies. I like the Indiana Jones movies, even though I've never actually watched the second Indiana Jones movies, but I've seen all the other ones except for the second one, which is kind of weird, even though I know the second one's supposed to be the prequel, apparently, to the first one. And Schindler's List is a great one he directed. Saving Private Ryan's a great one. Munich, I will say, is pretty underrated. I actually really enjoyed Munich. I should probably do a review of that one maybe one day. And I know Steven Spielberg came out with a new movie called West Side Story. And I might see it. I don't know. I wasn't really a big fan of the original movie, but I might see it. I don't know if I'll see it in theaters, though, but we'll see. But that's my opinion on Steven Spielberg. And the next one from ThatMovieNerd 44 is, what do you think of film director Lars von Trier? I've only seen one movie by Lars von Trier, and that movie was Antichrist. I did a review of it a little while ago. And I gotta tell you, that's a pretty messed up movie. It's pretty disturbing, but I actually thought it was pretty good. Although it's a pretty messed up movie to watch. I do have Dancer in the Dark and what was the other one? The Idiots on DVD, but I haven't watched those two movies yet. I should probably get around to watching those movies at some point. But the only Lars von Trier movie I've seen was Antichrist. I do want to check out some of his other movies like Breaking the Waves and The House That Jack Built, which was his last movie he directed back in 2018. I'd like to check that one out at some point. And yeah, that's all I have to say about that question. And the last question from ThatMovieNerd 44, and this is also the last question for this video. And that question is, have you seen the 1967 film The Graduate? Yeah, I actually seen that movie for the first time over the summer a couple months ago, back in August. I watched it on Netflix, and it was a really great movie. I really enjoyed it. It's a great movie. I'd like to get the Criterion Blu-ray of it at some point. And those are all the questions from ThatMovieNerd 44. Thanks for the questions, ThatMovieNerd 44. And thanks to everybody, and special thanks to everybody for all the questions. And those are all the questions for this video. Well, guys, that wraps up for the last questions and answers video for this year. Thank you guys for watching this video. And special thanks to everybody for leaving their questions in the comments below. And once again, like I said at the beginning of this video, if you have any questions you'd like me to answer in the next video, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and I will answer them in the next questions and answers video. But if you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like, leave a comment below, and subscribe for more videos like this. And feel free to follow me on Instagram and Letterboxd. The links are in the description down below. But yeah, guys, that's all I really have to say. So thanks again for watching, and until next time, this is Keegan Shepard signing off. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace out. Before we end this video, there were actually 5 questions by GTA 5 Fan 22 I forgot to answer while I was recording the video. So here are the last 5 questions I forgot to answer when I was recording. So the first one from GTA 5 Fan 22 is, what is your opinion on the band Coldplay? I think they're a pretty good band. Not my favorite band, but I think they're pretty good. The second one from GTA 5 Fan 22 is, have you heard of a song called Everything You Want by Vertical Horizon? No, I've never heard of it. The third one from GTA 5 Fan 22 is, what's your opinion on the band Smash Mouth? Not a bad band. Not one of my favorites, though. The next one is, have you heard of a new song called on the radio called My Universe by Coldplay and BTS? No, I have not heard of it. And the last one from GTA 5 Fan 22 is, have you heard of a song called Take a Picture by Filter? No, I've never heard of it. So those are all the questions from GTA 5 Fan 22, and I do apologize for not showing them in the video while I was recording it. I forgot. So that's it for the video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.